Look, I just wanted to tap in really quick. I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is it's about to be a white boy summer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm a zoomer. I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm like a zoomer. Okay. EGWHITE coming with the heat. I stay fooling with my bot, my tunes will make your speakers hot. Dance floor hop, scotch, baby.
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Micah. As you all know, Orion is taking a leave of absence, so he will not be joining us, unfortunately, for the next month or so. But I do have our returning summer co-host. He is back recently from his sixth DUI probationary hearing. The Drunkman is in the house with us today. How's it going, my man?
Yo, what's up, brother? It's good to be back.
Yes, very good to have you. And another returning guest of the Grillcast and longtime supporter, we have a Rusty. How's it going, man? How you doing?
2 nukes were not enough. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. If you've analogued the show at all, you might remember that Rusty is not exactly a fan of the Japanese or their artistic endeavors.
I'm not.
So we have quite a show for y'all today. I think you'll be excited with some of the material that we'll be covering. First up on the agenda, this is actually something that Rusty brought into the conversation, brought to my attention in our Discord, and that is the town of Hamtramck, Michigan, which has recently voted to permanently ban pride flags. You know, your little rainbow flags, your pride flags, from all public property. And my grill is normally this would be a. I'm going to ignore that.
That was just the feds listening to us.
I don't know, bro. I think
please,
you should check the notification and you should read it out loud.
Yeah.
Indulge us.
No. But yeah, my grill is normally this whole ban would, to me, be a welcome change of pace, considering the plethora of gay representation that we see today. I don't really find that centrist at all. But with that withstanding, my personal take, I have to point out that to me this seems like nothing more than the woke mob openly and flagrantly attacking white culture. When I walk through a town with tons of pride flags, the first thought that crosses my mind is, well, this must be a very white space. This is a space where white people feel safe and can talk openly about their ideas. And Hamtramck, Michigan is, maybe 50% white, something like that. And
Yeah.
I think that the sad reality here is that the diversity that they've been working hard to achieve is now leading to a situation like this. What are your thoughts, Rusty? Can you give us some background?
Something interesting to note, right, is being of course a historical guide to Hamtramck is in my spare time I go lead people around to all the bakeries. Anyway, it used to be predominantly Polish, right? So that's where a lot of that carryover is, because they all moved there for UAW jobs, and we all know that those have all went to China. So in the meantime, right, you have a bunch of people from the Middle East who have moved into Hamtramck and the surrounding area. And it's kind of wild, right? It's like 1 in 4 people in Hamtramck are now of Middle Eastern descent. It's kind of, I don't know. I think it's interesting to see this white space, as you put it, just get annihilated.
I think there's a very important question to ask here, fellas.
Yeah.
It's more important than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
How is this going to affect the ESG score of corporations in this district? What about the corporations? No one's thinking about them in their eyes. What the hell?
That's true.
GM's got a plant there, so like they're just tanking. Like, you may as well put in just just get rid of them.
They had that new Ford truck that runs on AIDS, and now they're gonna have to scrap that whole the whole R&D.
Wait a minute, I thought this was electric. Why is there a gas repository in it? No, that's for you to stick your dick in, sir.
It's semen powered. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it raises a question. You know, we do have to reach a balance here because as I think we all agree, the A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z community is predominantly white, and their causes and their ideas
Are equally valid.
Yeah, they are valid. But
heckin' valid. And
they
cute.
are heckin' valid. But it's like, where do you? There has to be some type of compromise in the world of intersectionality, and we're seeing here that in the town of Hamtramck, I guess, is the testing ground of where intersectionality, where does the rubber meet the road here?
You know what? You're right, Micah. You're absolutely spot on.
And during Pride Month of all times, I just want to say is just
exactly
extremely
it leaves a bad
taste,
frothy white taste in my mouth.
Yeah, bad white, slightly bitter, kind of like salty coins.
But here's the real thing. I think we can all agree that the solution to this is for the zombified remnants of BuzzFeed to make an article on why the LGBT community is too
well, no,
white.
because they just
and
got
here's
rid of
why
their news
we
division.
need to fix that.
When the world needed the most, BuzzFeed. When the world
Somehow BuzzFeed's returned. Who the fuck wrote this?
GPT, dude.
Yeah, they need a resurrection, like now more than ever.
Fuck.
Call to action, my gorillas. Write to BuzzFeed.
It's not Pride Month without BuzzFeed, man.
It's not.
Yep. I don't feel gay enough. I don't feel gay enough without reading a BuzzFeed article.
I feel like this is the Arab population of Hamtramck deciding that they want to end Pride Month early and usher us into a white boy summer.
It's true.
Shout out to my boy Chet.
Following the Arab Spring, of course. They are respect. They're with all respect to the Arabs.
All my Chads, Chets, and Kyles out there.
So I will say, right, this is surprisingly centrist from Hamtramck, right? Because it's not just gays, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the gays, right? It means you can't fly a Palestinian flag, right, on public property.
Damn,
which,
son.
they should be apologizing to Palestine, but you can't fly ethnic flags, racial flags, anything like that, right? It can only be the American flag, the state of Michigan flag.
Yeah. No, I think what you said before the show started, you said no gay flags and no Nazi flags. So
yeah.
Again,
right.
they're
So that
pretty
means
much entirely attacking white people.
That means the Israeli flag's off the table too. So, damn, that's a big hit for their ESG.
What?
It's over.
Which flag?
What? Wait, what?
I missed what you said.
Yeah.
No, you're good. I said, I guess that means the Israeli flag's off the table.
Yeah.
It's a huge hit to their ESG score.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's gonna fly.
Yeah, that's messed up, dude. Those are my gorillas. Those are the land chads, undisputed.
Shut it down.
Shut it down, man.
Shutting it down. All right, sure. I'll shut it down. We can move on to our next.
For the 6 millionth time, Micah, move on.
Yeah, we can move on. So things are ramping up.
The voters know.
Yeah, so things have been ramping up, and we've slowly been getting into some of the coverage for the presidential election. And here on the show, we've begun covering some of the Republican contenders for president in the upcoming election. Of course, you have Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, and
sanctimonious.
Faggot Ron. That one black guy, but we haven't really taken a look at any of the other serious contenders to usurp Biden. But now there are rumors that our guy, Joe Manchin, famous Joe Manchin, the one who posed with pro-life and pro-choice activists on the same day at the same event, and also defended the filibuster from total annihilation against his own party. He may be considering a run for president.
Tremendous.
He has recently had talks with several Democratic colleagues that this would be handing Trump the presidency without a doubt. To which he responded, "Hey, wise guy. Hey, dummy. Didn't Ross Perot running lead to Clinton's victory? And Ross Perot, of course, being the last true radical centrist to run and be a
Of course.
competitor.
Yeah.
And I think it goes without saying that if Manchin runs, we will all commit voter fraud. Me personally, I'll vote for Trump, Biden, and Manchin. They're all
Dude, you have
kings.
no clue. I will be stuffing so much box. Pride Month will never
So
recover.
much
You
box.
have no
So
clue.
But yeah, what are you guys' opinion? Does he help? Will this man, this centrist icon, who would he help more? Would he help
So-
Trump more? Would he help
So
Biden
initially,
more?
you had my hopes up when you were talking about this because I thought that our boy Herman Cain was back,
What, from the
and
dead?
like I just
You
I
thought
got
you forgot that he
Back from the
died?
dead, right? Fucking the Black Plague, the Black Death. Let's go. I'd vote for him. I'd vote for Herman Cain's corpse. Okay, that's on the table for me.
999, right?
A
Like, let's
999.
go.
I'd
Man.
vote for the COVID variant that killed him.
Shit.
Shit. Let's make this go viral. We got beaten to it. Fuck.
No, man. I genuinely I like Manchin a lot. I think that it would be cool if we got like a legit centrist. up
Legit
on the
coal
debate
roller up in
stage.
there.
Yeah, just mogging the two other guys. I'm pretty sure he's tall. He's taller than Biden and Trump, so he could just
I
like
think
be
he
up on the
is.
stage.
Yeah, absolute hype mob,
just
bro.
hype mogging them.
He's taller, he's younger, he's looks maxing. Like
Look,
an absolute Chad.
Based.
he can form coherent sentences. He just doesn't respond. Like I get that like people want to hear like the banter, but like when people say stupid shit to Manchin, he just doesn't respond, which I actually respect.
Same.
I
Guys.
respect immensely. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna blow your mind
Hating
real
it.
quick. I want you to think about this. I'm gonna spin a yarn here, and I want you guys to follow me because I think you'll like this.
My body is ready.
So we're already past the fucking primaries. We've already selected our candidates. Like the stakes are set, and everything's ready to go. Final debate. It could be anyone. It could be Blumped versus Biden. It doesn't matter. But then, all of a sudden, pyrotechnics go off. Smoke fills the venue, and all of a sudden, John fucking McAfee comes out.
Yes!
John McAfee comes out, and he cuts off his dick and grills it and eats it because Bitcoin didn't hit a mil
He wasn't dead.
on live television. And then he puts in as an independent for candidacy, and he gets elected. A dead man elected to president. So it would be the second dead man elected after Joe Biden to the presidency.
He'd be untouchable.
Fact, dude. Fact. And he's an ass man. I can respect it. I hate to tangents again, but Micah, I have to throw something at you real quick.
Yeah.
I have to throw my hat in the ring on this. I am heartbroken that you guys didn't invite me on for the Uncle Ted rest in peace episode.
I didn't think you'd enjoy. I mean, we were.
I'm a Ted fanatic, bro.
I wasn't. Orion was going off. Like Orion was. I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
But he was. He was giving Theodora Kaczynski
a tongue thrashing.
Yeah. And I
it
do just
would've-
want to apologize to my Grillos who may have taken offense to that. I understand your pain.
He just wanted to grill, explosive things to male people. Let him cook.
I said it then, and I'll say it again. Not only did he plant bombs in people's mailboxes, but he planted bombs in all of our hearts.
He did,
Amen.
truly.
Amen, brother. Fly high. Rest in peace. Rest in Harambe. Dicks out.
RH.
I think yeah, it's just like I just like again, and it just annoys me every time you hear the like, well, you're gonna hurt my guy. You're gonna don't run for president. You're gonna hurt my guy. It's just like,
Yeah, shut up. Quit your
shut
bitching.
the fuck up.
Who asked? Yeah.
Optics? Screw your optics. I'm going in.
Yeah,
It's all about
yeah.
mimetics. It's all about mimetics. This is what happened when Trump ran. Everyone's like, he'll
Didn't
never
ask.
make it, bro. He'll never make it. And then he
Shut
was
up,
just like,
didn't
all
ask,
right, but I'm
Western
grabbing
Elite.
pussy. And then everyone was just like, ah, ha, ha, ha. He's a funny orange man. You got to be memeing all the time. If you're not memeing, then you're sleeping. You know what I mean? You're Sleepy Joe. You gotta up the ante. You got to shit post till you die. You got to shit post till your fingers fall off.
It's very much a Glengarry Glenn Ross moment.
Hell yeah,
memes are for
dude.
closers.
And
Dude,
like
good ass
again, like
reference
any
there.
centrist Chad, you got to kind of leave things up in the air. You got to keep people guessing. Right? You just can't give them all the answers. Like if he were just to come out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Well then, the mystery's gone.
If you're watching this right now, by the way, dear viewer, go watch Glengarry Glenn Ross when you're done with this video, because that is a fucking dope ass film.
It's an amazing movie.
It's Kino.
Kino, yes.
Certified
If
Kino.
you don't, I will come to your house and I will read the script to you verbatim.
Speaking of
until your ears bleed.
certified Kino, where are we at on the Oppenheimer Barbie wars?
Oh, dude,
gentlemen?
didn't we find
is-
out that Oppenheimer relented and moved the date back, or has that changed
No,
since then?
no, they're still releasing
No,
on the
They're
same
sticking
day.
to their
Same
guns.
day.
They're sticking to their bombs.
I was. Shut
I am become Kino, destroyer of the box office.
I was planning on doing a double feature.
Dude, can we do a review? You know what? I got an idea. What if? Okay, we can both watch both, but I think we should both be responsible for reviewing at least one. So you got to dibs Barbie or Oppenheimer. I won't pressure you.
You can't take one of the. You can't take one of them away from.
We could both do dual reviews. Like we could do it Red Letter Media style and just give our notes on both.
Yeah, but then
I'm down.
Then we'd be hack frauds.
We'd be hack fraudmans.
Yeah.
Directed by Hideo Kojimbo.
No, but I unironically think.
Oh my god.
No, I unironically think Barbie is going to come out on top, and I implore
Ryan
all the girls
Gosling
out
energy,
there
bro.
to go out there and support this movie. I think it's going to be grill pilled. I think
Fact.
it's going to be a centrist movie. A no agenda. It's just straight Kino all the way through. Enjoyable for all audiences. So that's my endorsement. Just felt like giving a little endorsement to
your point,
our movie.
in some fan fictions, I'm sure that Barbie comes on top.
Because obviously, Oppenheimer
He's
doesn't
not
appeal
here.
to everyone. It's obviously not going to appeal to the Japanese.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll bomb.
It will twice.
Not enough. Not enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're channeling pure Douglas MacArthur energy, and I love it. That's true hot-blooded American spirit right there, brother.
All right, so let's move on from this topic onto
Coward.
more tragic events. Talking about the bombing of Japan, depending on your perspective. So of course, we got to talk about this because it's all over the news and everybody's having a good time with it. This missing submarine, right? This Titanic venture, billionaire funded submarine that I'm sure you guys have all read about. And one thought that I've had about this is kind of imagining that these people, right, in the most dire of situations that they've ever been in their entire lives, if they were to somehow miraculously make it out of this,
Oh no!
and be brought back to the surface alive, just to see that the entire world was making fun of how absolutely fucked they were the entire duration that they were down there.
Guilty.
And like I'd love to see their response to that. That's one of the main reasons I'm hoping they live.
Can
That's
you
based.
imagine the
That's
Netflix
good practice,
miniseries?
man.
If Netflix made a miniseries
Submersive
about
and
this,
breathable.
every single person in that submarine will have engaged in intercourse during the course of that Netflix series.
Correct.
What if they're all male? No, you're right. It's Pride Month.
Yeah.
Also apparently banging
fucking-
sounds were heard in the air, in the air.
Fuck off.
You heard about? I read this.
Oh,
I literally
shit.
read this in an article. They said like they were using sonar in the vicinity where it went missing, and like every 30 minutes they were hearing banging. And
Well,
like, that's it's nice to hear that
They
they're
didn't
all
bring a
getting back.
tracker. Nobody thought to bring a tracker, so
No.
we've been tracking them by listening out for. Oh yeah.
At least they're on a schedule.
Epic.
Yeah. But this is a nice unifying moment.
It is, dude.
It's a nice unifying moment. Whether it's
Under the
the fact that
sea.
we're trying to rescue them, or the fact that people from all political walks of life are memeing the soon to be dead.
This is the biggest underwater disaster since the new Little Mermaid movie. Am I right, fellas?
Right.
Oh fuck.
Look, man, it did fine in the United
Nuts,
States.
bro.
It just didn't do well in countries that are legitimately racist.
Based.
You know, there is one group that is legitimately sad about all of this, and it's Logitech stock owners, right?
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, her, yeah.
But everyone's blaming the controller. You know what? Let's
Hey,
be fair
man.
here. I think there's a high margin for user error.
Hey, dude, my Logitech mouse
Logitech?
that I use for my laptop is highly reliable.
Those controllers are built to withstand some shit. I mean, think about it, right? You've got someone who is very low functioning, right? They've just lost a round of Call of Duty or whatever the kids are playing these days, right? What do? They throw it at a wall. What happens? That controller keeps working.
Fact. Logitech controllers are designed for physical punishment, much in the same way that Irish women are. It's just a natural durability, you know.
He just turned off his mic.
Oh man, dude, we're throwing curveballs tonight.
I didn't know
Holy
your
shit.
wife was Irish.
No.
Oh shit.
that one got me in a place I didn't expect. Holy shit.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, any other thoughts about this?
Any other
This
thoughts?
dumb shit that we don't
Okay.
actually care about.
Do you know how there's a trope in fiction where whenever like there's a movie that's like or maybe even a book that's making fun of a trope like time travel and they go, time travel, that's dangerous. Haven't you ever watched Back to the Future? People haven't realized that's a gold mine for memes for this situation.
It
Because it's
really
like,
is,
what,
yeah.
you never watched Red October? You never watched Metalocalypse? You never watched. You have so many examples of like
You never watched
submarine-based shenanigans. Yeah, right. No, you're not wrong, but it's like just submarine shit in general. Like how many Yellow Submarine? John Lennon got shot in the fucking head, and you're gonna get into a submarine and go look at the Titanic. That's
Never
two
again.
disasters
Never
rolled
again.
into one. But I mean, John Lennon. I wish he perished in a yellow submarine. A 38 snub nose is too peaceful for that bastard.
Jesus Christ.
Explosive compression.
You know what's funny is I don't know if you guys have seen that, but you might find it interesting. A lot of people are, because of this situation, posting like the epic scientist fact checked versions of what happens to a submarine when it's exposed to like a huge influx of pressure. But
Yeah.
almost all of the models are based off of large craft, like
Yeah.
U.S. military nuclear submarines. I assume in a small tin can like that, it must be like, I can't assume it's instantaneous, right? It's got to be kind of gross.
Oh
I'm
no!
sure with,
So
like,
it was made out of carbon fiber predominantly, right?
oh,
So if you look at how carbon fiber deforms, like it doesn't end well.
it'll be slow and painful, right?
No, it would like it just crunch like done.
Oh,
Like there's no deforming.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it
shit.
is.
It's just
I got a question for you guys. I got to pose.
Yeah.
What would be the cheaper solution for like an emergency? Would it be a flotation device for the submersible or cyanide capsules for everyone on board?
Cyanide.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, cheap because you get that from apple seeds, right? If you get enough of them,
Yeah.
emulsify it. So
I'm
Think
just
different.
curious. What do you guys think? Like, once these people die, is it going to be Trump's or Biden's fault? What do you think?
oh god,
It's gonna be Russia's.
yeah, no, he's right. Yeah. Clearly,
Yeah.
the solution to this tragedy is to donate more to the Ukraine to
That's true.
just fucking send it to
That's
these
true.
silly Russian goobers.
Full send.
Yeah.
No. Anytime I'm facing some insurmountable problem in my life, I'm just like, if I'd have just given a little bit more money to the Ukraine.
Those fucking Russians. God damn it. I'm late to work. KGB. It's written all over it.
Apologize to Ukraine.
I don't. God, I don't have a segue for this, but
There is no segue.
There's only a
well,
submarine.
we're talking about a submarine, So speaking of another dark abyss, let's talk about the United States Congress. There we go.
There we
boy.
go.
So today,
Pit from which no light escapes.
today the House formally voted to censure Congressman Adam Schiff. Which, if you don't for my gorillas that aren't as educated as us, which is understandable. You come here to be educated and to be enlightened and illuminated by those of higher minds. It's basically like when a Discord moderator mutes you for for a period of time because you say a bunch of stupid shit that nobody wants to hear. It's the polite term for saying we vote for you to shut the fuck up. So we're gonna take a look at this vote. If you guys want to pull up in the recording chatterino,
I am
Chatterino.
present, good sir. I'm ready.
I'm going to
Body
share
is
my
ready.
I'm ready to watch
screen,
the shift hit the fan.
And hold on a second, I gotta actually pull up the video. I do have the video pulled up. What's the problem? Here we go. And going live. Let me know when you guys see the video.
I see it. I see the cosmos.
Okay.
I am currently viewing things with my eyeballs.
All
We're
right.
good to go.
So 3, 2, 1.
On this vote, the yeas are 213 and the nays are 209. With 6 answering present, the resolution adopted. Without objection, the motion to consider is laid on the table. House will be in order. I'll wait.
If you can't hear it, they're yelling shame.
I'd be ashamed too. There should have been more yays.
Yeah, right. This isn't even a case of partisan hackery. If you're from California, I think you should be censored. I think you forfeited your right to an opinion.
I wanted to start by saying I find this strange, considering I always thought Democrats were against kink shaming, and all the Republican speaker is trying to do is gag a man from California.
Oh,
Did he consent though?
oh shit! But then
I think that's irrelevant. To be honest.
Well, yeah, if it's
because that's a kink.
yeah,
that's a kink in and of itself.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Non-consent kink.
That's fair. That's fair. We don't know what he's into. We haven't asked.
We haven't. I mean, we could assume, but honestly, like, this is the point that we've devolved to in American politics, where it's just like my side has the gavel now. I get to make you shut up, and because this has been like progressively getting worse, and I am for one all for it. Because if they keep doing this, like trading hands and telling members of Congress they can't talk, eventually none of them will be able to.
Let's
and
go.
Then
Let's
problem
get them all to
solved.
shut the fuck up.
Well, so isn't it just like it doesn't do anything, right? It's just them saying you're a bad person.
No, actually, no. It actually means that they're not allowed to like speak like on basically all they can do is vote. They can't serve. They can't serve on committee. They're stripped of committees. They can't make arguments. Yada yada yada.
So basically, Micah, what you're telling me is that this man is forced to do his job and only his job.
Yes.
He has to.
Yeah,
I
know.
He has to enact the will of his people. He can't proselytize.
He can't
who obviously don't agree with him
or lobby or accept meet with
honestly
lobbyists
listen. You know what? You know my biases, but like my middle of the aisle opinion is that most of these greasy boomers fucking suck. But
of course,
out of all of them, like Pelosi and all the others,
Schiff
is the most fucking weaselly and annoying person. Not even just like politically. Like he has the most punchable face. I feel like this was literally just a physiognomy check by Congress. They just said, you know what, dude, you look like a fucking rat.
Look, man. As soon as congressmen and women started putting memes on whiteboards and bringing them in to do presentations, that's when we should have just burned it all down.
What was the big one? Was it Marjorie Taylor Greene, where she's like, "If you see this meme here," I fucking lost it, dude.
So
that's
for
so
you
cute.
and Schiff,
they think they're one of us.
For me, it's Bober. I cannot stand Bober.
Oh God, no, she's a dumb bitch.
Which one? I don't even know.
She's the alleged meth addict in Colorado.
And her husband like exposed himself indecently in a bowling alley or something.
Yeah.
She's a fucking basket case.
Yeah, the whole
These
family's a
people are
basket
like,
case.
they're all fucking shitheads. It's like, I have quote unquote partisan opinions, but I don't have partisan loyalty because these people are all just fucking. They're all psychos, dude. They're all fucking gross.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
almost every one of them is just.
I wouldn't pee on them if they were fucking burning alive for sure. They're horrible.
Well, very succinct.
And I said if.
Very succinctly said.
Because when you're grilling, accidents happen.
I mean, what if you gotta pee though?
That's a good question.
What if you
do it in my mouth? No.
Nature's.
Well, I don't know, you guys. Is there
I'm
anything
pride
else,
maxing, dude. What the?
Is there anything else of note that you guys want to bring in to talk about here?
Sure. I think all politicians should shut the fuck up.
I mean, yeah. Thank you for that.
Let's go.
Extremely poignant contribution. Rusty, any thoughts or diatribes you want to go into?
Man, I've had my head so far deep into Java code for the past 3 weeks that I don't know. I don't know the sun anymore. I haven't touched grass. I've truly disconnected. I am becoming the Discord Janny. I need help.
Well, you know what? Let's check the. There was one other thing I feel like that was sent.
Well, I mean, there's still the Reddit lolcow mess that's going on. Like mods from there are literally getting deposed because they thought that they could make a point.
Now, what the fuck is this? You sent this to me. You said Gen Z is taking courses on how to send emails.
Yes, they are.
Excuse me.
Come on. Is this reverse boomerism?
Yeah, what is happening?
Is it possible to become
regressing.
a reverse Luddite where you're just like, I can't understand technology because it's archaic and old, and by archaic and old I mean like people were still doing
college.
this 2 or 3 years
There's college classes offering grad
God.
students training on how to work in person. The courses can cover everything from office chit chat to work attire and mealtime etiquette. Some experts say Gen Z is lacking in soft skills due to virtual classes and remote internships.
Yeah.
What is a soft skill?
A soft skill is like what we're doing now.
Being
Is that like-
socialized,
Talking
well
being stupid.
socialized.
Is that like being able to get through, sex even though like it's just kind of chubby and not
Smashing with a floppy. Yeah.
fully activated?
Well,
Hey
that-
man, I run a drunk driving page on Facebook. You know
That's-
I'm smashing with a floppy every day.
That's
That's when you think about My Little Pony and it just gets better. You're fine.
okay.
You just
Hold on a
got
second.
clopped.
How much are we
Doug
paying for these?
Clopper.
How much are we? How much are we paying for these classes to tell children to write thanks?
Doesn't
at the end
matter.
of
It's
the
mommy and
email?
daddy's money, Mike. Money is not an option. It doesn't matter.
Oh, shit.
Who gives a shit?
So this is
not
happening
their
at
money.
MSU. So memory serving, MSU charges like $500 a credit hour for in-state.
Wow.
And if this is a 3-credit course, that's $1,500.
I mean,
I don't
that's
think I've
not-
ever seen
comparing that
anything
to other
more
college
emblematic
courses.
of the era of the terminally online than what I'm looking at right now.
No, you're right.
This says it gives tips on appropriate level of eye contact and pauses in conversation.
Do not.
What are we?
stare
What
at
are we
ads.
like?
Got
Are we
it.
programming like automatons?
This
Are we making androids?
So if I had to guess, right, like if I had to take just like a big guess here, right? The problem is that like they've grown up with the technology, and so they just they don't like there's no sense of formality and there's no sense of like urgency. It's just like, yeah, I'll get to it. Right? Or you've got people who are like so shell shocked by real society and like going out and doing shit that like they're super anxious, right?
Yo, you make a good point because think about what we're coming out of right now. We're like fresh off of post-COVID, so there's probably a lot of grass evaders.
Yeah.
that need to be re-socialized.
Yeah. So
No, you're spot on, bro.
So you've got kids who are 18, right, who've been basically cooped up in the house for their formative years, right? And they
Formative.
I mean,
you
come on,
heard
as an
me.
adult, yes, as an adult, that's formative years. That's like, because I'm gonna tell you what, like when I graduated, I went right into the workforce because I didn't know what I wanted to do for like collegiate education. I didn't want to waste money. So guess what, Micah? I had to learn to socialize with my coworkers, and I was an obnoxious, hyper autistic, maladjusted
Well,
individual
yeah, but you didn't
for a good
pay
amount of time.
$500
Yeah, I know,
to
but that's what
some
I'm saying
business
is I come from a poor family. I'm
to
sure
tell
that
you
if my
not to be
family had money
autistic.
to just like fucking throw at people's faces, they would have shoved me into a adult daycare.
This is
You know
not
what I
this
mean?
is not business class at all.
I was
This
spared
is
that
business
fate.
cancer.
It
No,
is.
that's what I'm saying. It's adult daycare. That's what college
This
does
is
now. That's how they justify like the tuition hikes. Is
Well,
they go, well, we're babysitting for you, bro. Come
also,
on.
like they note a huge company in here, right? KPMG, right? So
Hmm.
KPMG, right? If you know anything about big companies like them, Deloitte, whatever, like they will find bottom of the barrel people and they will basically rehabilitate them. And I don't mean like bottom of the barrel as in like they've committed felonies or anything. I mean people who are just like they're like a 1.8 out of college, right? Because um, they think they're hungry, right? And so if they're actually hungry, right, they're going to rise up, and like more power to them, right? It's just it's a weird dynamic. The people that end up in those companies.
Okay, I'm just gonna go out in here and say, and say this. If you're one of these people that needs one of these classes, I think that you should be forced to just exist in the metaverse and not be allowed to interact with people in real life. I think they should just bolt one of those virtual reality headsets to your head, and you should just live like that
and just feed you Soylent.
and just feed you Soylent. Yeah, fuck you.
It's a meal
I don't think you
replacement,
deserve. You don't deserve a second chance. This is bottom. This is disgraceful.
It's weird. It's weird how terminally online people have become, and not just Zoomers, right? Like my
Oh,
parents.
don't worry. I see 40-year-olds on TikTok.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, fucking.
and these were
I'd
the.
like.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna make an actionable threat.
Oh fuck! I guess that's a good thing they're not Luddites, but like I don't know, man. If my mom ever started a fucking TikTok, I think I'd commit seppuku.
But what if she was
Being
doing
honest.
funny dances with people from Korea? Like, come on.
You're right. At that point, I don't think seppuku's enough. I
It's
think I need to
Yeah,
perform
it's
a
dude.
rite
not.
of jihad.
What if she was What if she did what if she did some kind of emotionally driven trend to support Ukraine
That
on
would be
TikTok?
almost as based as women who post their stories about how they got into like CrossFit when their husband died. They make it all about them.
I guess that's it. You're
Very
gonna have to
based.
pull a Ronnie
That
McNutt.
should honestly, that is the most deplorable. Like, unironically, like you can talk about this side, that side, but if you're one of those people that goes on TikTok of all fucking platforms and tries to profit or capitalize off of the death of your fucking spouse or child, you deserve like tubby time with a toaster. Like
Dude,
that's
there
You
is
really
no
do.
better more pure refined form of like secondhand cringe narcissism than a dog mom on TikTok. Like no
Agree.
lie, no cap.
Agree.
It's almost like it's weird because like you want to laugh, but at the same time you're like, but at what cost? At what cost are we laughing at this individual? Because they're laughing all the way to the bank. Rip bozo.
They are. Them and their GoFundmes.
Yep.
um. So before we close out the show, I want to get your guys' thoughts. As we all know, Trump has been indicted
Indicted twice.
on
Pride month. Let's
on
go.
various boo boos and oopsies,
Twice the dicking.
and is he going? What's going to happen? What do we think is going to happen? I think nothing's going to happen.
What happened? What happened the last 50 times? Someone said it's over for Blumpft. There's a trend here. Maybe he will. Like I'm not. I'm not trying to be like. I'm not trying to be like contradictory. I'm not trying to like. stoke the flames, because it could happen. Like I could have egg on my face, and Trump could absolutely go to jail for this.
Yeah.
But it's like if you've tried 50 times to put someone like tried, not like oh this is a matter of public interest, like we need to put him away because he's evil. If it's like they're nitpicking, they're like nosing through folders like a fucking librarian in a goddamn sitcom.
And it's
like,
another one of those wing cucked issues. Like if you're on the left, you think he's going to go to jail. If you're on the right,
that's the thing. Yeah, wing cuck. Flip it. Like how would people feel if Biden was under this?
Well, that's what I was getting at. Is the right wing. You think Hunter Biden and Biden are going to go to jail, but the centrist position realizes that both Hunter Biden and Donald Trump are too fucking gangster, okay, and cool, and have too much power and money.
Too much swag
too much riz for any of that crap to happen to them. Okay, they're gonna go up to that justice and say, "Sorry, sweetheart, but you're gonna let me go, and you're gonna be meeting me later on the 13th floor of the nearest hotel." Okay.
People don't realize how entrenched our justice system is in finance. Like you make a good point. Yeah. Like it's fucked. It's fucked. Like because people always talk about but what. How could Clinton kill that many people and get away with it? And I go, what if this 6'3" dude with a shotgun came into your hotel room and said, you're going to find Hillary Clinton not guilty and you're going to get $100,000. I'm just going to blow red mist all over these hotel walls. Are you going to say no? Like your fight or flight kicking in? Are you going to be like, no, I'm going to hold on to my morals and values? Like now apply that to every other politician ever that's under investigation. Like they're sending a big sprung honky to your hotel room to intimidate you and threaten to kill you. But they're also sweetening the pot with some fast cash.
Dude, you wouldn't even. I don't even think it would need to be a big hunky 6-foot dude. Like just send him a prostitute or something.
You're right.
You're right. Just
with a body cam.
Yeah. Give him something. Just give him something nice. Give him a plush divan.
Micah, you mentioned that we're getting close to closing out the show, but there's one thing that we forgot about. There's a certain quote by my buddy Chet Hanks, because it is after all the first day of summer.
It is.
So I'm wondering if we can still discuss things further if you guys are interested, because time might be a limited essence to some people, but I'm ready to go all night. But when we end this stream, you gotta play us out with the introductory summer.
I will. I like I said, I can't do it in the
yes.
Show, but I'll play us out with it. Okay.
Excellent. So I think the Trump thing's going to go one of two ways, right? It's either going to go absolutely nowhere, right, or it's going to end like General Petraeus did when he was caught leaking secrets, right? He's basically going to get a slap on the wrist. It's going to get pled out to something that's not an actual felony, so that Trump can run again. He's going to run again, and then he's going to claim that it was a political witch hunt.
Yeah.
Which
it'll serve him well.
I was in my house. I was in Mar-a-Lago. I was playing Minecraft, and a bunch of 6'5" guys in 3-piece suits, they came in and they said, "Orange man, give us the papers." And I said, "I don't know what those papers are." And they dug through my bathroom and they found papers, and it was very embarrassing for everybody. It's very base.
I told them I use Charmin Ultra Soft.
It's 2-ply.
It's 2-ply.
Okay. These people are used to 1-ply because they're poor. It's not their fault, folks.
Shaking my head. Can't even afford 3-ply.
Well, with that, I think I'm gonna call it. And thanks everybody for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, come back next week or whenever the fuck I decide I have the time to do this again. The Drunkman will be returning.
Fuck yeah!
I said, he is going to be our summer substitute teacher while O'Brien or O'Reilly or whatever his name is out in Alaska. So thank you so much, my gorillas, and peace out.
I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zooming. Everything cool as long as I'm not Laura Lumen. If you think I'm not number one, I just spell that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.